Hello everyone, I'm MVL and welcome to an episode of Game Hunting. Here we are at Total Replay in St. Austell, and as you can see this place is literally stacked with games. It's overflowing. I really came here looking for Mega Drive games because I got some from here before, but the first thing I'm going to check out is PlayStation 1. Here I picked up a game called Warzone 2100 that looked really cool, but I ultimately decided not to get it. And I also pick out here WWF SmackDown 2. I thought I might get myself a condition upgrade, but this is not in the best condition, but then I guess that will also be reflected in the price. Next up I move on to PlayStation 2 and I picked out a game here, Legion, The Legend of Excalibur. I don't know anything about this game. It's the sort of thing I probably won't find a lot while I'm out and about, so I decided to pick that up. Last time I was here I picked up some really good Mega Drive games. I got Castlevania The New Generation, also known as Castlevania Bloodlines, Rolling Thunder 2 and Arrow Flash. So I was really excited to get back here and pick up some more Mega Drive games. And as you can see, there's a ton of Mega Drive and Master System games here, which is really cool. And down at the bottom here we have some N64, GameCube, Super Nintendo and a bunch of memory cards and things like that. Here's Justice League for the Super Nintendo, but it's a little too rich for my blood. There's also a ton of N64 here as well, with Duke Nukem 64 there and a bunch of other good stuff. Behind these there's some more Mega Drive games which I really want to get a good look at because I'm really looking for Mega Drive stuff. There's Xenon 2 there, Mega Blast. That is a really good game, not in the best condition there, but I already have that game so I didn't need to pick that up. I took a quick glance at the GameCube games, but the next thing that interested me is the new Tetris for the Nintendo 64. I put that on my maybe pile, but £10 was a little too much for me for a loose cartridge. We get a bunch of WWF/WWE games here, Warzone and WCW vs NWO for £4. I really think I should have picked up some of these wrestling games. I'll have to come back here and really dig through these loose cartridges and Mega Drive games. Last time I was here I got a significant condition upgrade on the Chaos Engine for the Mega Drive, so I'm really happy about that. Alright, let's dig into these Master System loose cartridges, starting with Rastan, and then below this sports game we have Tom and Jerry. I will say a lot of these games, like Black Belt here, there are the boxed versions as well in the stacks of games in this cabinet. There's Back to the Future, California games, and F-16 Fighter there. I also thought about picking up a memory card, as there's a bunch at the bottom of this cabinet and I'm always needing memory cards and things like that to save my games, so I probably should have picked one of them up. Alright, more boxed Mega Drive. We have Sonic there, and for the Master System Golden Axe, which has really good artwork. Sometimes the Master System games have some really neat artwork and that's what draws me to them on the boxes. More Sonic there, a sports game with a golf game. Getting that out of the way, we can see Black Belt, as I mentioned. Some of these Master System games, they'll have loose cartridge and the box variants, so take your pick. Over here we have some more great games, Ms. Pac-Man, and some more Mega Game compilations. And here's a great Mega Drive game, Hellfire, which is a fantastic scrolling shooter, but I already have that. Here's a Gauntlet game, which I would have picked up if I didn't mistakenly think I already had it at the time. Under this sports game and compilation cartridge, we have Mega Bomberman, which is a fantastic game, but I already have that boxed. Then we have Lotus Turbo Challenge, and here we have a Sonic compilation cartridge, which for some reason I didn't pick up. Maybe I'm desensitized because Sonic is on everything. And here we have Eternal Champions, a fighting game. Then we have some more sports games, and under there we have Shinobi, a Disney game. Under that we have Sonic and Knuckles, the lock-on cartridge. I should have picked this up because mine has a broken lid. Another Disney game, Aladdin in this instance, and another sports title, and then LHX Attack Chopper. Next up, Pac-Mania drew my eye, but the next thing that drew my eye was something really cool, and that's Ghouls and Ghosts, a Japanese version. Now the box art here looked amazing. This looks really beautiful, even though it's not in the best condition. The manual in there was actually a little water damaged as well. He wanted £25 for this. I probably should have picked it up. I mistakenly thought I already had a box version of the PAL version, but I actually only have a loose cartridge, so I gotta go back there and pick that up sometime. Now at this point I like to say that I'm not showing the entire shop, I'm just showing what I'm looking at the time, and I was trying to be as discreet as possible. The shop owner of course was fine with me doing this, but there was an elderly gentleman that came in. I think he just came into the shop to complain at me, and then when I was trying to ignore him, he just stood around me tutting quite a lot, so that was a little bit off-putting. Nevertheless, I tried to be as discreet as possible, obviously. Here we have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This game looks really cool, but they did have another copy here, so I'm pretty content if I come back here. They'll definitely have a copy waiting for me still if I want to pick it up. Next up we have Galaxy Force on the Master System. You see what I'm talking about when I say sometimes Master System games have awesome artwork. I put that on my maybe pile just because of the artwork, but I ultimately decided against getting it. And next is Mega Swiv, also known as Firepower 2000. I believe the Mega Drive version is European exclusive. Now I did pick that up, even though it was missing the manual. If a game's in not great condition but I don't have it, I will often still pick it up and then maybe upgrade down the line like I did with the Chaos Engine. Here we have another copy of Eternal Champions. This one is in the box, and a fine looking box at that. And there's Arcade Classics, but I already have that. And there's Desert Strike and more Sonic. See what I mean when I say I'm desensitized to Sonic? It's everywhere. And here we have Space Harrier 2, which I already have, and that's a great game. A third copy of Indiana Jones and E-SWAT. I was looking for that. I can't believe I missed that. And next up I head to another regular haunt of mine, Biggies Games and DVDs in St. Austell. I'm looking at the cabinet here, and I think I might want to pick up a Lara Croft figure at some point to decorate my game shelves. You can't see because of the glare on the camera here, but there's Super Swiv, the Super Nintendo version of Firepower 2000 over here in the Power region. I should have picked that one up instead of the Mega Drive version because the music is much better. Moving Captain America out of the way there, we see some more Mega Drive games. I'm really hungry for Mega Drive, and a Nintendo GameCube there as well. This is behind the cabinet. Starwing in the box, which I already have, some NES games, and some Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, and more N64 goodies over here as well. I also picked up a PSP game from the cabinet, which you can't see in the footage. I got it for £4, and you can see that at the pickups at the end of the video. So they know me quite well here, so they always let me see the eBay stock without having to ask, and they give me a great deal. And it's the eBay stock you're seeing right now. I did think about picking up Spawn for the PlayStation 1, but I've heard it's not that great of a game. What is a great game, however, is Equinox, but I already have that. Here's Arkanoid Do It again. Now I did pick this up. This was an awesome find. This game looks sweet. Here's another sweet game, and that's Batman Returns, but I already have that. And now we have a bunch of Sega Saturn games. Now I do need to bulk out my Sega Saturn collection. I do not have enough games for this great console, and that's why Spot Goes to Hollywood here caught my eye and went on my maybe pile, but I ultimately didn't end up picking it up. And here's another game that caught my eye, Dread for the Super Nintendo. This again looks really cool, but I just didn't pull the trigger on it. And they do know me too well here, because then they pulled out some old computer stuff. Here's a Commodore Night Moves pack. Man, this stuff looks amazing. Not a lot of people are into this stuff, but I found this really interesting. There's Agent USA and a Hollywood collection from Ocean. I didn't end up picking any of this stuff up, but I really did want to. There's 100% Dynamite 4 explosive hits from Ocean. Gotta say, for the Commodore, I love the Ocean loader music when you load up a data set and you hear that awesome loading tune. There's a Konami arcade collection. This was the most tempting out of all of them. This stuff looks absolutely amazing. So I'm really glad that they pulled this stuff out and allowed me to look at it and get first dibs on it. I will also say that a lot of these games I already had, especially the games on the collections, but I do love the Commodore 64. It's a system that takes me right back to my childhood, so I'm very nostalgic for it, and it's really cool to see this stuff because you don't often see it out in the wild. Next up, I head over to a charity shop, Cancer Research in Newquay. Charity shops are great places to find retro games. In this very shop, I previously picked up the Ninja on the Game Boy Color and Rumble Roses on the PS2. So they're great places to find good stuff. Although, as you can see here with this game, their prices are not always the best. Pour a hot drink and watch your mug reveal, or strip me. I won't tell you if I picked that up or not. This Xbox keytar interested me. I imagine this is from a music game. Often these things will trade into places like CEX for more than you pick them up. £4 seemed really good here, but I just didn't want to carry that home. Checking out all of the games here, we have stuff like Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, Devil May Cry, and all kinds of good stuff here, along with Blu-rays and DVDs obviously. Again, these places are really good to pick them up, but when they're individually priced, you really have to pick and choose what you want to get here. A lot of these games I already have, or just have very little interest in picking up at all. Sometimes they don't have prices as well, like the Metal Gear Solid there, which I was a little interested in. Another game I've previously picked up from this shop is Arkham Asylum, which I love, and that got me into the Arkham series, so I've got quite a good connection in this shop, and they know me very well. Browsing some Halo here, Fallout 007, racing games and more Assassin's Creed. Here's Civilization, which I thought about picking up, but I'm not sure how that would control on a controller and not a mouse. True Crime there on the original Xbox, which maybe I should have picked that up because I only have it on the PlayStation 2 and I'm sure the original Xbox version will look better. There's Sports Connection on the Wii U, which I actually think I should have picked up just to have another Wii U game. Tekken 4 with the bonus disc there, but I already have that. You've gotta love some Tekken, it's an awesome fighting game series. Some racing games there, Lego Batman, Soul Reaver 2 and a Rabbids game there for the Wii. Here's some 007 games, which I already have. And then you have a UFC game and some wrestling games. I already have those wrestling games. And here's a cheat disc for the PlayStation 2. Now, I think I might already have that one, and I'm pretty sure you need a special memory card to use it as well. And then there's a bit of junk here. You often find that games that don't sell sit in shops like this forever, so you have to sift through them. But do keep checking because places like this get new stock all the time and it's often hidden away, so you really do have to dig deep to find some retro goodness. But at this point we really are scraping the very bottom of the barrel and I am losing a bit of hope. There's Transformers with some stamps on it for some reason, and then I find something I'm after. Mortal Kombat Deception for the PS2. Success! Alright, so what did I pick up? Well, first up from Retro Replay, I picked up Mega Swiv for the Mega Drive. This is a scrolling shooter. I love scrolling shooters and I really went there looking for Mega Drive games. This is not in the best condition, as you can see from the cartridge right here. It's a bit torn up, but still happy to have it because I don't already have this game. From the same place, I picked up for the PlayStation 2 Legion, the Legend of Excalibur. I don't know anything about this game. I paid £5 for it, which is a bit more than I want to pay for a PlayStation 2 game. In actual fact, this had a double CD case in there and Eternal Quest, the game, in there as well, which I already have, and that's not a good game. So I think the shopkeeper thought he was giving me a bit of a good deal, but it really wasn't. I had to get a different case for this and switch it out. But still, happy to have this because I really don't think I would see this game in the wild that often, so I decided to pick it up regardless. Next up from Biggies, Games and DVDs, I picked up Arkanoid. Do It Again! A really cool version of Arkanoid in this really neat reproduction case. Really cool to have this. Had a bunch of games from them before in this case as well. So I'm happy to have that. I count this as being unboxed, but otherwise really cool to have that. Also picked up from them but didn't get it on camera for the PSP, Lemmings. Nice, I love this game. I used to play it on the Amiga all the time, really happy about that. And this doesn't have the manual, but it does have the UMD in there, so that's really cool. And then I also picked up, this was in a glass cabinet behind the counter, and this is pretty cool. For £1 each, I got these NES sleeves. Two of them say Nintendo, one of them doesn't. And next up from Cancer Research, I picked up Mortal Kombat Deception, which is really cool to find this cool fighting game, and this is in minty condition. It's got the manual and the disc in there, as you can see, so I'm really happy about that. And if you like more in-depth pickups videos, you can check them out on my channel. They include gameplay footage for every game I picked up. And of course, if you like the video, be sure to leave a like or comment to let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. And if you'd like to, you can also support me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you for watching. I've been MVL, and I will catch you next time.